Oh my goodness, Najee, Kenny Pickett also, and he banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Feed it! Yes! Yes! Let's go! I was meant to be there. I stuffed it up yet again. Even my last show for the next 2 weeks or whatever, I stuffed it up. I was meant, but when I start the show, I should be there. Crazy. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm a bit tired actually. I'm a bit stuffed. I just woke up as normal. I normally just wake up and then jump on the podcast. It's my 10:30 a.m. Bit tired though because I went down to Sydney yesterday. And I met Maddie for the first time, like in person. And that was pretty cool. So I'll tell you my little story about that. I was going to film some stuff. Like I was going to film some video or some take photos and that kind of stuff, but it didn't really happen. We just had some beers, had some food, chicken snitty, palmy, and just started talking and had a good time. I haven't met that bloke ever. Like I've been doing podcasts with him for 3 years. So if you're watching Maddie, is Maddie here? Hey, Maddie, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. That bloke there, this guy. It was so weird, man. Because I thought you were gonna be shorter, but you're tall as me. And I was like, this is crazy. Been doing podcasts with you for 3 years, and his train also stuffed up. So I'm further away. I'm about an hour and a half, maybe hour and 40 minutes away. And Maddie's about 45 minutes away. And I got there first. So it took him an hour or so to get there with his train stuffed up. That's all right. But yeah, man, it's good to see you. It was a good time. We had went to 3 pubs, went to I can't remember what they're called. The first pub was cool. Second pub was like a dog pub, which I love dogs. Dogs are amazing. So I love being there. G'day, Rob, what's going on? Oh yeah, I got to call it the roster. My bad. I forgot to call it the roster. G'day, Jay, what's going on, mate? G'day, Still Sane. Jedi, what's up? G'day, Gene, what's going on? And George in the house, and Maddie as well, and g'day, Rod. Yeah, so we did. Me and Maddie caught up yesterday, and it was kind of cool, man. Hopefully in the future we can do it again. Of course, I'm going to Maddie's wedding at the start of the year, which is 3 days after the first game. So that's going to be a wild week, man. It's going to be a crazy week up in Queensland. But yeah, it was good fun. It was just drinking beers, just like normal. The only thing was we just had never seen each other in person, which is kind of strange, right? So it's kind of odd. But at the same time, it was really cool. Because it was just it was just freaking fun. So shout out to Maddie, mate. What's going on? I took a long time, man. It took a long time. I got there and I had to go to the toilet straight away, take a piss. And when I was like, oh yeah, I can wait 10 minutes, that's fine. Turned out to be an hour. So it's all good. G'day, JJ52, what's going on? With the oh, that's right. That's my beers. That's the beers emoji and me dancing. Yeah, that's a good one. Shoot, I haven't got that open yet. Hang on a minute. Wait a second, mate. But yeah, anyways, guys, no real news today. Just kind of one last live stream. I will be leaving the YouTube platform for about 2 weeks. I'm going to go from today to about Monday, the 3rd of July. If it's any longer than that, I will put out a post saying I'll be back at this date. So going to give myself a break. I've been working really hard on this platform. It's not physical labor or anything like that. It's a lot of mental stuff, a lot of preparation, a lot of editing, a lot of, putting things together, researching, all those kind of things to do Steelers content, YouTube content. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So I'm going to take a bit of a break, about 2 weeks off from now till July 3rd. And then because nothing's happening right now, the only thing I would see happening right now would be the Steelers go and sign someone to the 90-man roster, or possibly Alex Highsmith might sign the extension, something like that. But I don't see anything really happening too much with our team. So I thought, what better time to take away a bit of a break, refresh, reset, and pretty much start all over. And when I start again, I'm going to go crazy. I'm thinking about a schedule. I've got ideas with me and Maddie, ideas with TDU. I've got ideas, what I want to push, what I want to do. A bit more of a schedule and a bit more of a schedule where videos are coming out at the same time, every day, stuff like that. So it's going to be awesome. G'day, Pepper. What's going on? How are you? G'day, Derby. What's going on? '05 vibes. Man, if it's '05 vibes, I like that because '05 is when the Madden came out, when I started playing Madden 2004, and Madden was fantastic. Madden was a great game back then. Now Madden sucks. I played the absolute heck out of Madden '04. I played NFL Street. I played all those games. Loved it. It was just if I could live in 1 year, it would be 2004. I think I was about 12 or 13 years old, not a care in the world, had no stresses. All I cared about was watching the Steelers, watching our team play, and playing Madden as well. So yeah. But it's been a good weekend. Hope you guys have a good weekend too. I know today is Father's Day, so I want to celebrate Father's Day in the best way I can. I want to give a big shout out to our mate Ben Roethlisberger. Did you know that he was the all-time father and godfather of the Browns? So I saw this tweet the other day, and I know it was high. I know it was really high, right? But that's 26. Big Ben had 26 wins, two losses, and one. 2 losses and 1 tie against the Browns. So he is the all-time dad for the Cleveland Browns. I think that's fantastic. I still love the fact that he had that record for so long too. He had the most winningest, I think 11 or 12 starts in Cleveland until Baker Mayfield won 13, and now I doubt Kenny Pickett gets 13 wins over there. He might, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be different to what Big Ben did. Big Ben was insane against G'day Darkstorm, what's going on? Big Ben was insane against the Browns. Like his all-time record against Ohio too is really up there. I think it's like 50 something, 50 or 60 to 20. I don't even know. Who else we got? Thanks, man. I'm not leaving. So I'm not leaving. I'm just leaving for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And you know what the good thing is? I just want to cut everything off. And reset. I want to I'm not even going to look at news. I'm not even going to look at Steelers news. I do know that the Steelers, Big Ben had a podcast with TJ Watt today, so I might watch that. But I'm going to just take a step back because I've been really, my brain has been Steelers 24/7, which is fantastic, right? But I just want to take a step back and I want to get ready so much for the season that in this break I want to miss it. I want to miss the content. I want to miss doing this. I want to miss doing lives. And if I miss it enough, then when I come back, man, you better look out. All right? All right, who else did we miss? Who else did we miss? TD, yeah, 100%. Who did I miss? Anyone there? Oh, dead set. I start to see that too. I start to see it as well. Matty says he's 34 minutes through footballing. That's cool. Yeah. So there's stuff going on. There's still podcasts still going out there. There's still those terrible channels like Steelers Chat going to feed you awful news. Trade rumors galore. Who should the Steelers cut and all this kind of crap. I actually thought too that I didn't want to try and push too much content, to be honest, because I have nothing today. I really have nothing. I have no really Steelers news content to deliver today. But I didn't want to go for the next 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks of all right, here's this. You know what? I kind of put it back to. I didn't want to do the wheel. You know what? I tried the wheel. The wheel was fun, but it wasn't fun for 24. G'day, Ron. It wasn't fun for 24 days in a row. G'day, mister. What's going on? It wasn't that fun. Do you know what I'm saying? I expanded that wheel too much. So I didn't want to push the content over 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And look, I do consider myself a YouTube guy, a Steelers guy. I'm in your living rooms. I'm on your big TVs. I'm on your smartphones. Every day or every second, third day, whenever you decide to watch, I'm here having fun talking football. So I didn't want to push that. So that's one thing. That was one of it. I want to take a break. I think as well, it's good for you guys too, guys and girls. You know what? You'd probably be like, Mark, we need a break. We're on a break. We need to chill. You know what I'm saying? We need to, Mark, we've seen enough of you. Mark. Have your break. Go and do your deliveries. Go and play pickleball. Go and win a championship. Go and do this, and then we'll come back. I think it's always good for a break. You know what I mean? The heart grows fonder when there's a break, right? But yeah, what's the topic? The topic is we were on a break. The topic is a break. So, all right. But other than that, I don't know what's been happening really. There's not been too much happening. Like you got the Big Ben stuff with TJ Watt, and yeah, they cut a guy the other day. So yeah, if you guys want to feed me any questions, fire away. But that's all I really have. Need to crack some cold ones. Yeah, I'll be chilling out. Holy dooly, mate. What'd you do then? $7.99. Thank you, mate. So good to meet Marky D. F2 face to face. Why did I read that weird? We did, man. We had a few sherbets, lots of laughs. It was good fun. Steelers talk and bloody oath, man. It was good fun. Like I drove down there, so like I'm telling you now, I was good to drive. I'll go home. I had about, I think, maybe 4 or 5. There were mid-strength beers, had some other ones too. I waited about 3 hours to get home. I was all good to drive, so that's fine. So cops don't come after me and whatnot. But it was fun, man. It was a good time. It was just really odd to meet you when I know that I've been doing podcasts with you for like pretty much once a week for the last 3 years, and I really thought you're going to be shorter. I'm a tall guy, and I thought you're going to be like 5, I don't know, 11 or something. And I was like, you're same size as me. You're taller than me, and you're bigger than me too. So, but yeah, man, it was good stuff. That's awesome, man. Thank you for that. Aussie dollars. Oh, that's the first time I think I've seen. Maybe the second time I think I've seen Aussie dollars. Yeah, because most of the audience here is about 85%. I think 85% to 89% American. Fantastic. G'day, Jeremiah. What's going on? Yes, 100%. And I'm keen. Like, also to wrap things up, like in this season too, and we can go back to a few things. They in the free agent period, Omar Khan is gone bonkers. If you look back to I told you about that, didn't I? I told you about the loser pub, didn't I? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I've got so when when the team loses, right? If the team loses on the Monday, because I do all the work on the Monday and I, watch the game and go crazy. And after about, I think 4 hours, 5 hours of watching the Steelers, talking it, making the videos, editing, all that stuff, right? All that stuff. I'm a bit like done. I call Monday my right off day. I don't do anything else. I just watch football. I wake up at 3, watch football. And I have 2 pubs I go to after for lunch. So when I go there after for lunch to chill out and refresh and zone out, there's one pub down the road that I go for lunch, and it's about 1 kilometer away. So about like, oh no, a mile or two, or not even that. So it's about 2 k's, maybe under a mile, right? The closer pub I go to after a loss, yeah, I go there if it's better. The other one, this other direction, but you guys can't see the directions. But I go down the winning pub is about 3 kilometers away or 2.5 kilometers away. So that's about 2 miles in your American language. And I go there because it's a winning pub. So I have 2 different pubs. One's for losers and one's for winners. So at the winning one, I can see highlights again. So they'll play highlights of the big screen TV. At the losing one, just a normal pub, and I sit there, have a drink or two, have some food, and I come back and I sleep. G'day, Brad. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I enjoy listening to That's awesome, man. If you do as well, check out as well. I would type in this. So, Bradford, if you have a chance, let me try and promote some Steelers TDU while I can. So, me and Maddie do a podcast called Steelers TDU, and that's 2 Aussies. If you like one, here's 2. So I should have this link already. I don't have it. I don't know why I don't. All right. And we're currently on 2 or 4 subs, which is fantastic. How do I do this? Yada, yada, yada. And I'll be back, Rod. I'll be back. I will be back. They say Pittsburgh Steelers fans are the most. Yes. What time is a Steelers game for me? Time for me. So here it goes. The 1 p.m. games in Steelland is my 3 a.m. The 4 p.m. games are my 5 a.m. And the 8 p.m. games are my 9 a.m. Yeah, that's how it goes. But if you want to check out Steelers Touchdown Under, me and Matty Peverell, I've just been talking about for 10 minutes. We do a podcast there. But yes, Rod, I will be back. So I'm going to have a bit of a break from today till 2 weeks' time, refresh, cut things up, get ready, create some more different videos. And then I'm going to have a bit more schedule as well. There's going to be pretty much from about July 4th, a video every day, maybe shorts, maybe podcasts, stuff like that. I'm going to go hard in the paint, man. I really want to expand this brand as best I can. I want to talk this team with passion and with like integrity and honor. I want to, I'm a fan at the end of the day. I'm not an analyst. I'm a fan. I just want to get you hyped up. That's all I want to do. I want to get you excited. I feel like Hulkamania. Listen here, brother. I want to get you hyped up. Sorry for pointing. I want to get you hyped up. Yeah, I just want to get the fans hyped up because we missed that stuff. I missed that stuff of like, I want to watch the team so I see Najee and Warren run through someone's face, right? I don't want to consistently hear about Pittsburgh media tell me who's good and who's bad. I'll find that out myself. I'll watch the game myself. I don't care if these middle linebackers can't cover. Can they hit someone in the face? Can they pile drive someone or suplex someone to the ground? Can TJ Watt take Burrow? Can he snap him in half? I want to see that stuff. So I'm here to hype you guys up. And that's why I just love this stuff, man. He might be in there too. Me and him might be going over the playbook, right? So yeah, it's crazy. Who we got here? We got yes, Monday Night Football. That's gonna be a fun one too. Those are the good ones because Monday Night Football for me, of course, that's week 2. So I'm back from Maddie's wedding and things should be in order by then. But Monday Night Football is pretty fun. Do you know why? Because that's my 9:30 or 10 a.m. That's perfect. I start with a coffee, which I have here, and I haven't even touched. I start with a coffee, then I go and get the beers at like 11 or 12. That's a good time. Oh man, those wrestlers back in the day were fun. The Ultimate Warrior, those kind of dudes. Who were the dudes with the big shoulder pads? The big I don't know what they're called. The Animal and someone else. The big what were they called? I can't remember who they were. The big shoulder pad dudes. They were cool as, man. Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels. All those dudes were fun. They were so fun to watch. Dead set. So, yeah, you guys got any questions about anything? I don't know what you're going to, I think last time we found out what you guys are doing in the summer and stuff like that. But this is the point, though. This is the kind of point I was trying to make, too. It is really nothing going on. If I go and search, like, some of the Steelers news, right, I just don't really – this is the point where all the players go away on holiday. So today we have Father's Day, and I've watched a few things about Father's Day. I really need to watch the TJ Watt versus TJ Watt on the podcast with Big Ben. I want to see the rest of that. I saw about 20 minutes. Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers have cleared another spot for a signing, and you'll have like speculation overload, rumor, right? They'll find someone, and it's just gonna be someone for camp. This roster isn't set yet. This roster is not even set for the season. They're talking about on the news cycle now. They're talking more about Highsmith is likely to get the extension. I think that's going to happen. Me and Maddie talked about that on a walk home to the train. I believe they should sign Highsmith. He should be the Robin to the Batman, and Mike Tomlin called him the elite Robin. I think he's cool with that. You sign Highsmith, you have TJ Watt. That's a great duo for the next 3 or 4 years. This defense with Minka, all these guys, man, this team's going to be ready to play. I feel more hyped up than usual. Will Big Ben, can he play? Is he this? Is he that? It's like, no, we have new Kenny Pickett. It's like a new, fresh start. Everything feels fresh. That's what it feels like. Keanu Benton, I saw there's an article here saying he impresses at camp. So that's good to hear. But it is just football in shorts, but it's good to see these players getting some, recognition. Of course, they go through all the needs and that kind of stuff. Claypool was in the news the other day as well. Like he's been underperforming, not motivated or something like that. Kenny Pickett's going through his progressions as like turning into a leader too. It's kind of cool to see. Pickens, I think, is going to go off. So yeah, we're in that moment where it's like kind of the calm before the storm, because once we get back to training camp, it's going to be fire, man. Absolute fire. The Road Warriors. That's right. That's who they were. Yeah, dude, they were fun, man. They were real fun. Manny says, alrighty, folks, going to get back to work. TDU, yes, 100%. TDU touchdown will keep going. I'm going to be away for a little bit. Hit the like, hit the sub, upgrade a membership, all that stuff. Yeah, thank you, mate. TDU will be there. So I'm going to actually take time off because I don't think I think I've been on the air for like 2 years straight. So it's kind of crazy because in this Steeler podcast world, I had the adventure with Owen, Britsburg Owen too. I think he did a podcast today. I only saw bits of it. Then I fell back to sleep. But me and him, we built up the Pittsburgh Steelers syndicate. So we've been working online all the time. And like I said, it's not physical. I'm not out there digging ditches. I'm not saying I'm like hard done by. I'm just saying mental wise, sometimes it can be very overwhelming and it's like, oh, crazy, But we built this thing, we built Syndicate, and we left on good terms with our mate Derek. Britsburg Owen's doing his good thing over there. He's got 2 soccer channels and a Britsburg Owen one, going crazy. Very informative guy, very passionate guy. So check him out too. So I've been doing this stuff for a long time. I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy to be here, but I need a break. All right. Junkyard Dog 2. Yeah. Oh, keep naming them. Keep naming them. I remember them. I remember in the Bushwhackers too. Were they like wasn't that them? Oh, the other one I used to like? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was pretty cool. Man. Yeah, I think he was cool. Jeremy Mariota says, yes, 100%. And that's why I do it, man. That's why I love this stuff. I just look, I'm not the most analytical guy. I will tell you that which players I do like and don't like, and who needs to step up and who doesn't, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we just want to see Kenny Pickett throw the football 45 yards to Pickens to run to the end zone. We want to see Calvin Austin jet sweep his way to the end zone. We want to see Connor Hayward take on a block, Warren take on a block. And I think this year they can. I really think this year the offseason can do that. So I never knew who Cowboy Bill was, though. I'm not too sure. I knew Jake the Snake, though. Jake the Snake was quite odd. Never knew this. I don't know who that guy is either. There's a few of them I'm missing. So I knew that. I knew Jake the Snake. I knew Bushwhackers. I knew Junkyard. Who else? I didn't know. I can't remember these blokes. I don't remember these blokes. Not too sure. Yeah, remember the Road Warriors? They were fantastic. I know. So you guys know. I no idea. This must be before my time. I was like, yeah, I knew like the Hogans, the Ultimate Warriors, those kind of blokes. Big Cat, nah. This is way before my time. Maybe not before my time. Maybe I didn't take notice because when these wrestlers came out, I think I must have been like 3 or 4, or even maybe I wasn't even born. Maybe I wasn't born yet. So, Dr. Death Steve, nah, no idea. Are these guys all from the WWE or the WWF? Are they from the WWF back in the day? Because I've only named a few. But I used to like the Rumbles though. Oh, Mid-South Wrestling. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he was cool, man. That guy was huge. That guy, what was he like? 7 or 8 feet? How big was I'm gonna actually, that's the one I will search up. How big was Andre the Giant? Is he passed now? I feel like he's probably dead. That sounds bad, but he passed? Yes, he died in 1993. A guy that size, man. How big was he? 7'4". Sheesh. Didn't Hulkamania lift him up? Dude, that guy's massive. He's like he is actually a giant. He was from France. That's sad though. Only 46 years old, because I guess he's being that big is a lot of complications. That dude's huge. Wow. Yeah, he was 1946 to 1993. I remember in one WrestleMania, I think Hulk Hogan lifted him up, and that was cool to see. Yeah, what a big fella. See, I don't know. I don't think in Australia we got this stuff. We only really got the WWF is what we got. Anyways, guys, it is 25 minutes in, so let's take a bit of a happy to be. G'day, Toddy. What's going on, mate? Let's take a bit of a break, and hopefully, when I get back to, I've got some time. I'll have some time to work on better cutscenes. You know what I mean? I'll have some time. So Take a quick break and I'll be right back.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? Studs everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. And I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
Rod says Google it. He had to. Did he really have to do that? Did he have to do that? He couldn't. So he couldn't sit on the toilet. I don't know if I want to Google that. I'm not too sure if I want to Google that, to be honest. G'day, Josh. What's going on, mate? Yeah, but a man that size, I just think a man that big, obviously going to be complications with health. It's like the really tall guys that play basketball. They have some big health problems too. G'day, Brian. Hey, mate. You know I've been there. I've been to Canton, Ohio. I've actually been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. It was fantastic. Such a good time. I went there in I think January 2016. I was there after the Super Bowl 49. I think 49. Anyways, I was there, man. It was a good time. I went there with my mates Taylor and Kelvin, who, excuse me, I couldn't find a way there to get to the Hall of Fame. So I asked the bloke who I thought was a good guy. I still speak to him this day. Behind the desk who worked at the hotel. I said, "Can you give me a lift?" And he gave me a lift. So I went there the next day. Hall of Fame's awesome out that way. I would love to work there actually. If you got any connections, if you want to walk over, if you can walk over to the Hall of Fame and say, "Can you give Mark a visa, a working visa, and a job?" Fantastic. I'd work there 7 days a week. It would be so much fun to work there. Andre was 7'4", 500 pounds. Yeah, that's crazy. That is insane. Yeah, that's 7'4". I'm 6'1". How big is 550 pounds? That must be like a lot of kilos. 550 pounds, 2 kgs, because we use kilo. 250 kilos. Man, that's massive. I'm about 90, 97, 98, 90, something like that. I'm a bit overweight for my age, my height though. I'm a tiny bit overweight for my height. But that's huge. You know what I'm saying? 550. Anyways, that's crazy. But yeah, guys, I'll be taking yeah, I think it'd be fun. All right, so let's discuss a few things. What's been happening off season? I think it's been one of the best off seasons in maybe like 10 years. But I think Omar Khan, maybe yeah, the moves have been making. The fact that they brought in guys like, yeah, we'll start near the start, right? Just a quick idea. They brought in Isaac Siamalo. I think he's going to be fantastic left guard. They've got Allen Robinson. He's been talking about too. That he likes working with Kenny. So he might have like a pretty big year as the third receiver or Deontay. I think Deontay's good too, by the way. Deontay's fine. Don't worry about it. He will score TDs. It's going to happen. So Allen, George, and Deontay, there's some good receivers there for Kenny Pickett to throw to. New offensive line, depends what happens. Does Broderick start or does Dan Moore start, right? Either way, I think we're fine. I like Cole, I like Daniels, I like Corfrell. I think they're okay. And running back wise, we're good. They'll go and find someone at third running back. Right, this offense I think is ready to start playing some football and start scoring points. But they also brought in, Patrick Peterson, my mate, who gave me a shout out, said, "Let's go." He wrote back to me on Twitter. Also, go check out that too. If you've not been watching All Things Covered with BMAC and Peterson, that's a great show. There's a few good shows from former Pittsburgh Steelers players, and we're lucky to have them. Big Ben, Ramon Foster, Ike Taylor's out there too. There's a few blokes out there. So they get Peterson. They get more physical in the middle linebacker with Holcomb. He's used to be captain. So when we come back, right, hopefully I can see more. Like, we saw the guys playing shorts. We saw them run around here and there and everywhere. But when it comes to training camp, we get to see like reps. We'll see some reps and backs on backwards drills. We'll see Kenny passing, stuff like that in like more meaningful reps. And then when it goes from like the first week or second week, It's only like 3 weeks in, then we have a preseason game around the August, I think 16th or 15th. So they're going to be guys fighting for spots. I like the fact that Larry Ogunjobi feels like a Steeler now. I think he's fantastic. I think he signed a three-year deal. He gave big praise to Keanu Benton, the wrestling guy. So things are happening. I saw DeMarvin Leal run around crazy too. I like the way that he was training, and they all look pretty fit. You give these guys another year in the off season, and they build up, they bulk up, they're ready to hammer it. So I like that. Even for Hoko, I think he'll make the team. I think he'll be a good player. Who else do we have in there? They signed Marcus Golden. I think Mike Robinson will be a guy that can be that depth. I think he'll be cool. Going to be interesting to see Tanner Muse play. We lost a lot of guys on teams too, right? Not many guys on teams. The Marcus Allen, Benny Snell, Derek Watt. We need people on teams to fight for those reps. Who else to get? Keanu Neal as well. I think he'll be cool to see in safety with Kazi there. Maybe like the Edmonds role. Then also the slot guy fighting for the slot. There's a lot of players like that. I think this team is kind of like, I don't know. I'm excited. I really am excited to see if they can knock out the 49ers week 1. If they beat them, I don't care if they beat them 13 to 10 or if they win 11-10, like that weird game again. Was it 11-10 or 11-9 versus Chargers? A weird game. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it's cool. But what do we got here? Biggest hands. Who's that? Belong to Dr. J. Who's that? Dr. J. I have no idea who that is. Who's Dr. J? Not too sure what that is. Yeah, that's another guy I forgot about too. Yeah, Hicken Butler, he'll have a chance too. I think he'll have a chance to maybe make the roster. Like there's six, probably the Steelers probably go with 6 receivers. They're going to go with Deontay George Allen, I think. But Miles Boykin will make it as a team. That's 4. Alston 5. Maybe a fight between Anthony Miller, Jordan Bird. You know what would be crazy if Cody White could make it, but I don't know. Every year Cody White's on the roster, but never makes the team. He's always a practice squad guy. Wouldn't that be crazy if he made the team? Because he has his father. Speaking of Father's Day, his father works for the organization, and Akeem Butler's another dude there too. So, but I reckon they're going to take 4. I reckon they'll take 4 tight ends: Fryermuth, Gentry, Washington, Haywood, flex, fullback, halfback. See what I'm saying? This year's going to be fun. And we just have so many key pieces as well. If you put your fingers together. I just did it. Yes, 100%. See you, Rod, mate. Yes, I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time. I'll be here. I'll definitely be here. And you guys enjoy your summer too, right? You got your summer coming up, barbecues and whatnot. Enjoy your summer. If you're doing any traveling, any fishing, anything like that. I know it's your American summer right now because it's really cold here in winter. So you got to enjoy that. We love our football, but at the same time, I think we just got to enjoy what is like normal life, barbecue, friends, family, sherbets, drinks, all that stuff. Because I know, like, as a football fan, that when you start watching football, you can be so zoned in and you forget everything else. You're so excited for the game that you're not watching what's around you. So enjoy the summer, man. When me and Dad went over there in 2019, it was such a good time. I had a great time in Pittsburgh. Everywhere we went, the weather was so nice. The food we got was unbelievable. So, yeah, it was awesome. So I'll catch you later, Rod. I'll see you in a few weeks' time. Fantastic. Who else we got here? Josh says defensive line will be yeah, I've heard the idea of that too. And that's kind of like what Andy Wilder was doing with some of the stuff with building the O-line and also building the D-line. If you look to the D-line, you're exactly right. I'm just going to look at this. So you go to the D-line. If you're going to pencil in some starters, all right, depending who's going to make the team, you have Cameron Haywood, Ogunjobi, then whoever makes like the middle spot there, Keanu Benton, I think will find some reps in there, but I think Braden Vahoko may start. So that's 3 blokes. Then Keanu Benton on the outside. DeMarvin Leal looks like he can play anywhere he wants to. I like what he does. And then the guys on the outside, you might have, depending if Montravius Adam makes it, I liked him when he started playing, but there's so many bodies in that room. There's Armand Watts there too. There's like, I think right now on the roster, 10 people, and they'll probably carry 6. So 4 people probably going to get cut. Let's put it that way. 4 guys or 5 guys might get cut. The rest of them, what they're probably going to do is change it over. They're going to change over the D-line like they normally did, like they did with, what do you call it? Like they did with Philadelphia too. So, yeah. Alrighty. Okay. So see you, Rod, mate. Catch ya. Thank you, Josh, mate. We'll do. You guys enjoy your summer too, 100%. Yeah. See you, mate. Okay. Just reading some of the comments. But yeah, I'm excited to see the D line. I'm excited to see pretty much most of these players. I think because now's the point. I think with this young team, we can rally behind Kenny Pickett. There's a chance he can win. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. How many wins do you think they'll get? I still think they're gonna get about 11 to 12, and they're gonna fight for they're gonna fight for the AFC North, right? But how many wins do you think they'll get? Hang on. Let me know in the comments below. Sorry, I'm just reading something. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did that right. I think I blocked him. I think I was trying to give him a timeout and I blocked him. Oh, holy dooly. Holy dooly. Mate, yeah, you're right and crazy, mate. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted. Anyways, how many wins do you think? I think we're going to get about 11. Did I? I thought I did a timeout, but I would just say it, man. I don't know what you're saying, and it doesn't go with the theme of the show. Let's put it that way. It's very distracting what you're writing, bro. So, just mate. I thought I was giving you a timeout. Next minute, you're like, you're banned, you're blocked, mate. See you later. I'll bring you back. I'll unblock you after the show. I just don't understand. Like, what's the point in writing upside down all the time? It just doesn't fit with the theme of the show. Do you know what I mean? You know what that is equivalent to? If you're in the comments writing upside down, it's equivalent to this. That's the equivalent. Is my microphone being off? Anyway, that's why it was really distracting. I'm like, what are you doing in there? Right? What are you doing? Okay, so we have. I'll unblock you maybe after the show in 2 weeks' time. I'll give you a 2-week break. George. George says 12. Yeah, I like that. I think they're about a double digit team. 10 wins, 11 maybe more. Yes, I can see that. Josh says 10. I think so too. Because we went through the roster. I think we've been through the schedule a few times now on the show, and any game's winnable. The players, I think, want to fight to win. They have that there's about 15 new players in this roster that are trying to, hopefully get bigger game checks in the future. Like, we don't even know what's going to happen at middle linebacker yet. We have Holcomb and Roberts there, but we don't know who the future there is at middle linebacker. We have no idea. So it could be Mark Robinson. We don't know, right? We don't know what the future is. They have all new secondary, but I like the secondary. I like Joey Porter. I like all those guys. I like Trice if he comes in and plays. I like Grady Brown was talking really highly of them, the secondary coach. He was up there. That was great. I didn't mean to. No, I tried to give him a timeout, and I think I blocked him by accident. So it's all good. Pepper thinks 11 or 12. Yeah, I think we'll be up there. I think a lot of Steel fans right now, we're going to be competitive, right? We're going to be around the time where, as long as to me is they're competitive. Now, look, to be very honest, if they lose the first game, it's not the end of the world. But if they lose the first 4, yes, you're in a bit of trouble, right? Not many teams make the playoffs when they lose the first 2 or 3, 4 games. Not many do that. Gene says we're the team to beat. Yeah, I could see that too. And when you go through the roster again, there's so many different matchups here and skillful players like Pratt Frymouth going to his 3rd year. He should have a great year. His connection with Gentry and Darnell and those blokes in line who can push the football down the field. They can block for us. Najee, I think, will have a big year. There's a lot of guys like that. I just think there's so many small little stories. You could choose out of any of these people. You could follow a story, right? Isaac Seumalo went to the Super Bowl last year. Frymouth wants a big year. These guys want to play hard. I can see that. I can see Kenny Pickett finding his target being Pickens or Deontay Johnson, those kind of guys. So I agree. Yes, Keanu Neal. I saw that bloke too, man. I saw him, right? I saw the bloke in the I saw his shoulders. His shoulders are like look like they're made out of rocks. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Uh just I rarely block anyone. Oh, are you a mod over there, are you? Are you a mod? Just one dude who might show who won't stop. Yeah, that's the point too. I don't understand that. So we can hear people's opinions and their takes, but it's to a certain point of like, we hear you. We hear what you're saying. We understand you don't like KP8, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't care. I'm excited to see what can happen. I'm not trying to predict what will happen. I'm going on the KP8 train. I see a young fella who's 25 years old. Young fella. He's only 7 years younger than me. A young guy who's coming into his team, his city, Pittsburgh. It's his team right now because he's number one. He gets all the reps. He's confident. He can throw the football. He can run around. He won a few games at the back end, 6-2, 4 in a row. He came back in back-to-back drives with the Ravens and the Raiders, right? He beat the Browns 28 to whatever. What more do you want? For a guy going to his second year, what more do you want? To me, I don't understand all the KP8 hate because or the dislike at this juncture. There's a certain part I think to be a fan and the element of being a fan is you want to go on that ride, right? You want to jump on the train and go on the ride that is Kenny Pickett, or go on the ride that is Najee Harris. You know, oh, he's too slow. He's only getting 3.4. It's like, let's go on the ride. You could honestly, we could have nothing be said until after the season, and that would make more sense, right? But that's not how the media works, not how football works, right? Or you know, in the bar setting, I'm willing to sit there, have a beer, and say, I think that Kenny Pickett will have a chance to be a really good quarterback, and if he does be that and starts to be great, doesn't even need to be great. Just be a good quarterback in second year and third year, and keep developing his skills every single game, even if he loses. Then Kenny Pickett will be someone that you go, well, hang on a minute. We went from Big Ben and straight away we got Kenny Pickett. Like there are other organizations out there. The Browns, I think, have had 15, 16 quarterbacks start or 17 from 2000. So if the Steelers go back to back and have Big Ben from 2004, was he drafted, or 3, whenever it was, 4, whatever, when he was drafted, to then go on to 18 years later to get Kenny Pickett, for him to be a quarterback for 10 years, that's a win-win. So many franchises and so many teams out there would love to see that happen. Would love to see, oh, you had Big Ben and now you have Kenny Pickett who can play. Come on, man. So yeah, I didn't know you were a mod though, so that's cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Exactly right. It's going to be the extension. The tight ends will be an extension of the offensive line. Dead set. G'day 46. What's going on? How are you? Thank you for coming in. So yeah, by the way, this will be my last live stream for about 2.5 weeks, depending how we go. Taking time off, just gonna enjoy no YouTube stuff, and then I'll come back firing, absolutely on fire. So g'day 46. Welcome to the show. G'day there. No one you know. What's going on, mate? How are you? Alrighty, and that's cool. That's right. It's Father's Day. Yeah, it's Father's Day. Oh, I showed everyone this before, but I think you weren't here before. I'll show it again. Big Ben. He was the original father. You know what's like Maury? You know when Maury Povich came on and said, Cleveland Browns, Big Ben is your father. That's what came on. Big Ben had a record against the Browns, 26-2, and one record. Yeah. So Big Ben Big Ben went onto Maury Povich and said, "What's up?" and said, "You are the father of the Browns." But yeah, happy Father's Day to everyone out there, all the dads, all the Steeler dads. Fantastic. You know what's funny? My Father's Day is different. So our Mother's Day in America, from Australia to America, our Mother's Day is the same. I think it's like in June, or it was in June. Was it in June? When it was Mother's Day? Anyways, Mother's Day was in May. I think. Our Mother's Day is the same. Our Father's Day is different. Our Father's Day in Australia is September. And maybe because it's to do with summer, I don't know. September the 1st. I think it's the first Sunday in September is our Father's Day. You guys have yours earlier. Where are we? Did I miss one? Oh, yeah. There's all that. All kinds of that. Whatever that is, That's what's going on. This team's going to be on one. It's going to be fun to watch. I think they will. I think they'll have. I think they'll go to playoffs. I'm going to cheer them to go Super Bowl. I think they've got a big. I think they've got a big chance. I think the way the roster's shaping out, how young they are, and how fired up they are. Even Brian Boldinger, the guy with the weird fingers, he came out and said that they were training like they were wearing pads. So I'm a big believer in this team. Yeah, I think they can make the playoffs and have May, is it? Yeah, it's May. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big believer in that they can make the playoffs, right? But I just don't want to see Steeler Nation get upset if they lose the first game. But then if they lose 5 games in a row, oh boy, it's gonna be tough to try and get out of that hole, right? They started last year 2-6. We still got out of it, but it's gonna be very tough. I know there's gonna be growing pains as well along the season, but if they have a chance to win some of these early games and go 4-2, 5-1, going to give them a real big chance for down the stretch to actually win some important games and then get into the playoffs. That can happen. Big time. I reckon it's been fun already, so been real fun. All right, guys, one more break, and we'll do some question and answer. If you want to ask me any questions you want to, I mean anything, Australia, football, I don't know, anything. Maulers are playing the playoffs. Anything you want, and I'll be right back. All right, one more break, and then we'll see you later.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's an art. I think it should be played a certain way, and that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Steeler Nation Australia. You know what's kind of funny too? So when I'm in the 2-week break, I'm going to try and maybe get a better video than that. But I need I want to break this into quarters, treat it like a game, first quarter, second quarter, half time. But I'll figure something out. What I found over the weekend too, I don't know if you guys got sick of it. Nothing against her, nothing against Taylor Swift. But when I was on social media, scrolling through, doing the doom scrolling up and down, I was sick of seeing Taylor Swift. I saw that many stories about her. It's like, if you didn't know that she was in Pittsburgh, you're living under a rock. I was like, there was 73,000, I think, people at a concert. And some people were saying, well, that's the most they've ever had, more than Steeler games. It's like, man, Steeler fans aren't allowed on the field. That's for one. Right? They're not allowed on the field. They're only allowed to be in the seats, which is 64,000, I think, or 65,000, something like that. But I was kind of sick of seeing Taylor Swift. No offense to her. I didn't realize, though, she's been going for so many years. I didn't realize that Taylor Swift has been going for 20 years. I think she first came out in was it 2004? Right. Is she only 33? Wait a minute. When did her first song come out? Is she being a kid or something like that? Is she she's my age? Wow. Who's had the better career, me or Swift? How old was she when she made the first ones? Oh wow, she was born in December 13, 1989. Wow, I'm dead set. How many days older? She's 7. Wait a minute, 7. Wait, 3. Wait a minute. 20. She's 11 days older than me. That's crazy. 11 days older than me. That's nuts. So she was 14 when she started singing music. I can't believe that. There you go. Anyways, I just thought I just saw enough. I saw enough of Taylor Swift. Holy dooly. Toddy says, why do they? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. It's 50-50. I can't stand Vegemite. I don't know why that was made. Maybe it was cheaper back in the day, during the Depression or something, that it might have been cheaper to make that kind of spreadable on the toast. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like Vegemite. I think it tastes I actually never tasted it. I've never tasted it. It smells bad. Not a fan. Not even going to try it. I've smelt the jar and went, ugh. Went, nah, no way. So 50% of people hate Vegemite and 50% of people love it. So not all. Maddie likes it. He likes Vegemite, right? But here's the thing I have about Vegemite. Vegemite is something that everyone who loves Vegemite says this. They say It's good in small doses. Don't have too much. My counter argument is, if it's that good, why are you limiting me to have only a little bit? Think about that, right? Because you have too much, it's like too much. It's too much yeast and all this kind of crap. It's too much. I hope so. That's a big one too. I want to see them smack Juju and tackle him and Peterson. And yeah, I want to see nothing against Juju, but I like when teams, when teams versus their former team and you beat them, you beat their former team, right? That they're on. So yes, I agree. Steelers, yep. This could be the year. We were so close last year to the playoffs. But yeah, with the Vegemite stuff, it's 50-50. I hate it. And guys, other Australians like Maddie, they love it. They love it, right? The best band ever. I'm trying to think who I like. I was growing up with like Blink and that kind of stuff. I don't know about the best band ever. I have no idea. I would probably say for me, like I like punk stuff when I was growing up. Was like punk was like Offspring, Pennywise, Blink, stuff like that. All those kind of dudes who did that kind of stuff, like all that kind of stuff was fun. Jeremiah, you're on fire, man. You're on fire. King Khan. I hope so. Yes. Toddy says Led Zeppelin. Quicksand. I got to look up who Quicksand is. Wu-Tang. Well, there's that. See, we should have like a Wu-Tang appearance. You know how like AB has like the 0 days since the last accident or incident with AB. We should have a Wu-Tang counter. That's now, I think, 2 shows in a row that Wu-Tang's been brought up. So, what? Is she? Maybe she is. Maybe she is. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of spam either. Yeah, that's another one too. I've never really tried cheesecake. And I just normally go for the chocolate stuff. That kind of stuff, man. No one knows is Black Sabbath and the Sex Pistols. You guys are going like back in the day. But yeah, when I saw bloody, who did I see? Taylor Swift on there, right? I was like, okay, we get it. We get it. Every single Pittsburgh Steelers media personality, they were talking about Swift. And I get it. She's a huge star. I understand that. They call it Swiftburg. And I was like, I'm just sick of seeing it. I like to see Heinz Field as our team, as the Steelers' home. I don't want to see anything else. I don't want to see any music there. I just want to see us. Yeah. You know what and then, look, don't cancel me, internet, but I always find that she's just complaining all the time. I find she just complains in songs. But is that right or not? Is that me complaining? Maybe I'm complaining. I always find her songs are about she has a boyfriend, the boyfriend breaks up, she gets over him, she builds a new life, and she moves on. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just always find it's like Heartbreak City with her. Everything's a challenge. Like walking up steps is a challenge, If she could make a song about trying to reverse park and not doing it right, I just always find she's just complains about everything in her songs. But look where she is, right? She's making millions of dollars, and I'm just a bloke in my room talking Steelers. But all right, guys, we might call it there. I'm going to call it there. It's been about 53 minutes in. So thank you guys for checking out Steeler Nation Australia. You guys are awesome. I will be back. We'll be back, I think, July. We'll do about probably July 3rd, maybe 4th. See how we go. If I'm enjoying my time, I will probably put out a post and say, you know what, I'll come back in 3 weeks. But I will be back. And when I come back, I'm going to go hard in the paint. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just think she's always complaining. It's like she can't find a good guy. Like she's got to yeah, she's got to find a guy like me. If she walked into like I'm a good guy. If me and Taylor Swift start dating, because we're both like celebrities now, right? So she's a big celebrity. I'm like, I don't know. I'm half okay. But we start dating, like I think she'd be just a head case because every song she has is just. What's that one song? We're never ever getting back together, and then she gets back with him or something. We're never ever. It's like, man, it's just like, dude, we get it. All right. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thank you everyone for coming to the show. I'll be doing like a quick 5-minute video after this to tell everyone who didn't catch the live stream. But I'll be back in 2 weeks, 3 weeks time. Can't wait. Exactly right. Refresh, reset. Let's go. I'm pumped up because, man, this season going to be fun. Down and out. It'll be awesome to see. It'll be so much fun. And yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you, Darkstorm. Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, George. And I'll try and get everyone today. Pepper. Thank you. Thank you, George, mate. Oh, my voice. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, 46. Thank you, no one you know. I get everyone. I think I got everyone. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your summer. And as always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Come on.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. I'm happy to be here. Just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here.
Night one after the next two, is he still aggressive?
Yeah, what do they call him? The con artist? I like that. I saw that, man. That's pretty good. It's a cool nickname.